boxing, James J. Braddock was preparing to defend his heavyweight crown that he had wrested from Max Baer. Braddock was going against an up-and-coming Joe Louis, the man who was to earn the title of Brown Bomber and to retire undefeated. Meanwhile, there was another Donnybrook brewing in New York. Max Schmeling arrived at the Boxing Commission to weigh in to fight Braddock as he trains for Joe Louis. Braddock had signed to fight Schmeling if he defeated Baer, but he managed to break the contract. So Schmeling-Braddock tickets and a nickel would get you in the subway in those days. And this one diehard can't still be waiting. They tore down Long Island Bowl many years ago. Meanwhile, back at ringside in Chicago, 40,000 fans saw Joe Louis knock out Braddock for the heavyweight title. Louis went on to win 24 fights as champion. His victory triggered riotous celebrations in Harlem and elsewhere as he became the first Negro heavyweight champion since the days of Jack Johnson.
Chicago. Joe Louis wears the crown of all the heavyweights, despite the arguments as to whether he is the real champion or not. Louis knocked out Braddock in the 8th round, and Braddock, speaking before the fight, very nearly got it right.
Well, I'll tell you, I honestly believe that I'll win by a knockout sometime around the 8th round.
We're at Loch Sheldrake, New York, training with heavyweight champion of the world, James J. Braddock, wearing white trunks, for his coming fight with Max Schmeling, the conqueror of Joe Louis.
Of the boxing fans of today to wonder how Max Schmeling is going to do with me with his right hand in my coming fight. Well, Max Bear proved in his fight with Joe Louis to be a terrific right-hand puncher. I also proved in my fight with Max Bear that punch was easily to get away from.
James J. Braddock, the Cinderella Man heavyweight, prepared to defend his title against Joe Louis. Braddock was broke and his family on relief when he came back to win the crown. Joe Louis knocked him out. Become the new champ.
The camera highlights in the world of sports. Focal point of the camera barrage is a one-time Alabama cotton picker. Today, at the age of 23, the heavyweight champion of the world. Youngest in the history of boxing and second of his race ever to wear the crown. Joe Louis, you've come a long way in your 3-year professional career. What do you think of Jimmy Braddock?
He was a tough fighter and a very good fighter, and I was glad when it was over.
And Braddock, dethroned champion, shown with Joe Gould, crafty manager who guided the Fighting Irishman from the poverty-stricken ranks of relief to the world title, and the role of boxing's Cinderella Man. He who returned from oblivion to reign in idleness for 2 years, a layoff which, combined with the weight of his 32 years, brought about his downfall after 1 minute and 10 seconds of the 8th round. And so, from out of the glare of the fistic spotlight goes Jimmy Braddock, an older, wiser, and we hope a wealthier man.